As Parramatta runs from left to right at the Sydney Football Stadium, Friday night football, and the raging hot favourites get first use of the football, equals second in the Optus Cup. Sydney City as Lowry pays it, and this is Hermanson coming just beyond his own 20-metre line. Down in 11th Parramatta, they've got a faint hope of making the top 8. This is a must-win situation as Fittler plays it, and Garlick throws the dummy as Parramatta came up quickly, and Garlick was able to pinch about 5 or 6 metres. Fittler then finds himself at acting half before the boot of Cleary sends it down the ground and straight to the Parramatta full-back. Rod Mayburn it is now. Parramatta get their chance with the football. Played by Mann. Campbell gets into his position. Freeman unloads a short ball away for Dean Pay. So they come back to a wide blindside with Campbell, and now they find themselves 45 metres away from the Sydney City line. Jim Dimmick cutting away from one, then much more. Back for Dimmick. Dimmick still making ground on the right, and then Maybon. Good work by Parramatta. They kept the ball alive. And now Dimmick shaping the kick before passing for Freeman to do that. The kick is high and across the ground. A bounce, and Parramatta come away with it, but nobody's getting excited.
Justin Morgan heads centre field. Good tackle away from Sean Garlick. That's no surprise.
Campbell then brings it back hesitatingly for David Woods. He's close to the sideline, got a pass infield. Great pass from Mann. The kick ahead. It's open pasture. They're coming from the other side to try and clean it up, and they will. Now the long run is for Junee.
Well, what great play from the Roosters there. The two wingers converge.
Drop kick away 48 metres, and Terry Hermanson will bring it back.
Campbell was cautioned again by referee Eddie Ward whilst they waited for that line dropout. Now a penalty right in front of the sticks. Sydney City.
Hermanson bringing the ball forward. Campbell coming in with that swinging arm. And no damage apart from giving away a penalty, and that was immediately followed by that. That's ridiculous.
Cleary then from almost in front. He keeps it fairly low. A comfortable kick for Ivan Cleary, and the Sydney City Roosters lead Parramatta 2 points to 0. 13 minutes gone, Friday night football. Lamb turns it infield. Clark is with it. 15 metres out from the Parramatta line. Garlick. Fittler. Walker. Now Aro gets it away from Matt Singh, and Singh is held.
Well, it's great Parramatta defence in the end, but we've just seen a piece of Brad Fittler magic onto Terry Hermanson. What a beautiful ball it was. And then they spread it wide and just couldn't get there.
Yeah, much more was a player caught out. Terry Hermanson doesn't find himself in this position too often. Maybon coming up with the tackle, and it was Gary Freeman instrumental on the other side of the field to save another try. Maybon this time tackled 22 out. Dimmick first receiver, drops the hip again and takes it another 4 or 5 metres.
Dean Pay. Dimmick and Fittler. Another intense match-up in this match tonight. As Kelly gets away over the 40-metre line, gets the pass away. The Eels are going to score. Lawler gets the try for Parramatta. Young Kelly got through the defence line, and the Eels are in.
And the Roosters have gone through the line on 3 occasions, come up empty. Parramatta have made a bust, and this is why plenty of clubs were chasing this kid from the Gold Coast. Stuart Kelly straightened the attack beautifully. He's got good speed around Cleary, and Chris Lawler, normally a half-back, he's doing a great job on the wing. Takes it in closer to the post, makes his conversion easier. And Jason Smith, beautiful ball, straight through Matt Singh's tackle. Rare to see. A good battle between the number 3s out there as well. And this kid in his second first-grade game, he is not overawed by the occasion.
Yeah, good on you, Stuart. Very exciting times for him, setting up a try in his second first-grade game and just did it on sheer pace. A pretty ordinary attempt to tackle from a very experienced player in Matt Singh, State of Origin player. I think Phil Gill will be disappointed in that.
And elementary stuff for him from right in front. So the Eels, with a try converted by Lawler, scored by Lawler, they lead the Roosters 6 points to 2. They drive it down the ground now, Parramatta.
With these legs, Ray, I've got no choice. They're having a good time. Kelly and Lawler making the tackle on Darren Junee. Steve Ray just got the...
Oh, what a big tackle. Well, it looks spectacular from Campbell.
Hold the phone block.
Again.
Just a little bit complacent for mine, the Roosters. I know they've made plenty of busts, but a few uncharacteristic things we've seen is big defence there.
Yeah, Pete, I was just looking at the both number 13s, the both lock forwards. Jimmy Dimmick always in there first off the ruck, trying to create things. Although we saw a little bit of Fittler magic a couple of minutes ago, it's the only time that he's really been involved in the game. And a couple of the Eastern Suburbs players just standing back, waiting for their mate to do something.
Here's Fittler now, stepping off the left foot. Ran straight at Eddie Ward. Then out she comes out the back. Walker's on his way. Walker puts it over the line. They're back.
Yeah, good on your block. Yeah, the Roosters making the bust there, keeping the ball alive. It was Madison who was able to attract some defenders and offload, and that opened things up nicely. There's the offload. Plenty of Parramatta players with their backs turned. Now, as Fittler goes through and puts the big step on, he gets the ball back inside. As it's touched now, as we freeze it there, this is the man they've got to worry about, is Walker. And he should have been this man, but he goes across the Parramatta player, totally disregards Walker, through the dummy, and the despairing dive from Dean Pay is no good. But the only man who's a danger is the man with the football, and that was Andrew Walker.
Yeah, Brad Fittler's been struggling in the last few weeks with a groin injury. They were tossing up whether to have an operation now and be ready for the semis or to keep playing. He's out there battling away. That's why we're not seeing a free-flowing Brad Fittler, but on that occasion, he floated enough to get the try for the boys after he passed it to Walker.
And a further 2 points to the total. So they haven't been the smooth Sydney City Roosters that we've come to know. Here they are in action, looking very smooth on this occasion, but it's been a disjointed performance to get to this try.
Yeah, Brad Fittler there also attracted a couple of defenders, and Jason Smith coming over the top really had to wrap the football up. Matthew Spence was also in attendance, but he was still able to get the ball away and eventually into the hands of Lamb and then to Walker.
Adrian Lamb, oh, it's been knocked down, but who knocked it down?
Parramatta knocked down, another scrum feed. With about 20 seconds to go, they'll have one more chance, the Roosters. The Parramatta defence held them out then. Great defence from the Eels.
Well, it's been a great contest. Roosters, one last throw of the dice in front of the break. Can the Eels hold them out? Fittler. Taken by Maybon, one-on-one. Cleary, the siren, it came off Maybon, it's a penalty. He's offside. And there'll be a certain 2 points for the Roosters.
Yeah, bad luck for the Eels, but rather give away 2 points than 6 right now. It's been a pretty good game tonight. They've just held on, the Eels.
And Cleary from right in front will send the Roosters to a half-time break of 10 points to 6. Just the one try each. Walker got the try for the Roosters. Lawler for Parramatta. And Cleary's boot has been the difference. So 10-6 at the break. About to get us underway for the second stanza. Loss tonight for Parramatta almost certainly would erode whatever chances they have of making the top 8. So the Roosters Sending us into the second half, and Parramatta with first use of the football and young Justin Morgan. The first one back to them. His front row partner tonight is Marty McKenzie. It's him playing it now, then Campbell. And Dimmick, I'm quite surprised that he's back there. The knee has been heavily bandaged again. He had a brilliant first half, did Jim Dimmick, and then in a terrible last 5 minutes they lost him and David Woods.
As Dean Pay goes up the centre of the ruck, Jim Dimmick's injury seems to be one of those that you cop a knock on, it hurts for a while, and one that you're probably not going to do too much more damage to. Adrian Lamb well placed. That was not a good kick from the Parramatta team, and Ivan Cleary taken high. First tackle made 33 out from his own line.
Talking of David Woods, he's not out there. Shane Russell is on the wing. A bust made by Singh. He's possessed of a lot of speed. They come across and they make the tackle. Maybon. Rod Maybon, a great tackle. But there's trouble out wide. The Roosters are going that way.
Oh, he's pulled up here. I can't understand why there wasn't an advantage play. He's obviously got the outside Parramatta defence for being inside the 10. He's allowed play to go through to Tony Iro, but Iro appeared to get a pass away, a legitimate pass away. Thought it should have been played on woeful defence here on Matt Singh. Straight through Freeman and Morgan. Great tackle from Rod Maybon. He's head and shoulders above any other Parramatta player on the field at the moment. And then in the next passage of play, you can see Parramatta still desperately scrambling to get back. They go wide, no doubt they're all offside, but as the ball goes to Iro, he's taken in a good low tackle, he throws the pass, it goes backwards. Now the whistle has been blown very quickly there. He really could have gone close to scoring a try.
Well, I think Eddie Ward's probably thinking it was always going to be a try, and then as soon as he saw that maybe the chance it wasn't going to be a try, that Iro was tackled, up went the hand and the whistle went. 4
points almost certainly will become 6. And Cleary does that. One of the game's very best goal kickers. Russell coming off his own line. Juni and Singh combining to hold him.
Steve Roach, do you agree with Justin Morgan out of the game and Jim Dimmick struggling on many occasions? Maybon tackled here. That we've got to see more of Dean Pay and Jason Smith.
Yeah, well, I thought they both had pretty solid first half. They mostly rely on Jimmy Dimmick to do a lot of their football. I mean, if that is a team sport, you should be putting him aside if he is injured and try and take it upon yourself. They go wide.
Kelly combining with Russell. Russell 5 metres off the halfway line as Dimmick carries it across, and then Dean Pay takes it 10 metres into Roosters territory. Campbell. Freeman. Dimmick. Then Maybon it was into the back line, and Mann, and then back on the inside. Much more. Robert much more scores. The blue and the gold.
Freakish try.
Back to 12 points to 10 down. Kick to come from right in front.
And the rebound here from the kick of Maybon off Adrian Lamb. It was a godsend for Scott Mann on the fly. The ball back inside to Robert Muchmore. Around the tackle of Hermanson, he comes over under the black dot. And amazing how some tries can be scored in rugby league. Adrian Lamb, who's had such a fine game, no control over where the ball was being deflected to. Unfortunately, Scott Mann was on the fly.
I wonder if they ever had their best side on the paddock this year. Ritson, Johnston, Raper. And when they were there, the Canterbury connection weren't there. Lawler from right in front brings it level. 12 points all. Maybon. Lamb. Can he get it back? He's not going to. It's a line drop out. Good paddock him.
Well, the Rod Maybon kick was a good one again. It looked as though there weren't going to be enough chasers going through. You can see there a distinct shortage. But Dean Pay did enough. And the troops arrived.
So, 12 points all. And back they come again with Russell. And that line is the 30-metre line. That is the first tackle. We'll count them through. 15 is bonus on 2. Centre of the park. Freeman. Dimmock. A speculator. Freeman. Oh, what a pass! He's over! It's a try! The Eels are in again! Sit down, Sterling. Look at Blocker's brother. He went up. The big number 13 spectator. He loves this.
He didn't go up too high, Ray. Not as high as plenty of the Parramatta players out there. It was the offload from Jim Dimmock that opened things up. Plenty of attention there as he offloads. Gary Freeman picks it up. Now, if we freeze it there, you can see that these Roosters defenders have all gone back, and that opens up the hole for Freeman. The offload opened up the space. The left foot step. Robert Muchmore. The momentum takes him over. Is it Muchmore? Who cares? It's a Parramatta player. He's got the right colour jersey on.
I think it's Rod Mayborn who might get the try. He sits in the background there now, and he tails up on the inside to finish off a little good Gary Freeman break there. And momentum carried him over the line.
He's kicked a couple of goals. If he kicks this, it will make it a 6-point margin. And Lawler gets it. The flags are up. 18 points to 12. The try scored by Rod Mayborn. Madison. Heavy tackle by Smith. 7-1. Sydney City at home. Oh, Jason Smith in trouble.
Well, yeah, there's a raised elbow in this. And the ball runner, I think it might be Hermanson. Fittler's coming out as well.
Yeah, he's been hitting the throat.
Yeah, when he gets to the line, Hermanson raised his elbow as Smith came in to tackle. Good chase from Smith from the marker area. Bang.
He's got to bring a penalty, at least. He may even put him on report.
Yeah, it's a forearm involved there from Terry Hermanson. And if a penalty does result, it will be a kicking opportunity for Parramatta. And there it is, 25 out,
well, this is
in front.
This is going to be interesting if he can land a further 2 points. Spence will come on for Jason Smith. Chance to put them 8 points in front. He hits it, and it's there. Another 2 points to Parramatta. 20 points to 12. And here they are again in familiar territory tonight. Back inside their own 20-metre line. Tony Iro. Then sliding a pass for Singh. And down the right of the ground. It's turned inside by Regon and picked up by Clark. Clark, this could be the professional foul against Mann.
Oh, should have been.
This will be now.
Dean Pay has thrown the football away, or kicked it away, and he's got 10 minutes. Unforgivable. Scott Mann did a great job to come from the far wing for the cover defending tackle. He got away with something.
Well, this might cost him the game, Pete. Down to 12 with 13 minutes remaining.
Another problem out there for Parramatta. Robert Muchmore down, receiving attention around the 20-metre line. Really, it is a case now of all hands on deck for them. They've got injury problems. It's the last tackle now. Gary Freeman on the left. Ball will go. Campbell kicks out of dummy half. And it's a pretty good one.
What's the story on Ivan Cleary, Steve?
Yes, a torn hamstring for Ivan Cleary, and Adrian Lamb just about to come back onto the field. There was no injury to him.
12 metres out from their own line. They're again back inside their 20. They've spent a fair amount of time back here in the second half. A half that they've lost. Iro puts Singh down the field. He goes in field. He's looking to link up. Singh, now he straightens, and he's pulled out again saviour, but Fittler's there with Lamb, and it goes to Walker. Walker scores his second try. $20 points to 16.
Well, Tony Iro has had a quiet one, but a beautiful ball to Matt Singh. He went back inside Gary Freeman. He turned Rod Mabon around. Mabon recovered to come up with the tackle, but the speed of the play, the ball was good. And Brad Fittler, he knew what was happening. Straight in. Adrian Lamb, he's only been on there a couple of seconds, and Andrew Walker scores out wide.
He had the one shot this year, and he's missed this one. The kick was indicative of somebody that hasn't had much practice this year. And he fished out a penalty. And Hermanson. 7 minutes to go. Lamb linking up with Fittler. Beautifully on the half volley for Clark, and now it's Jorgensen. .40-metre line. Lamb. Fittler. Look at the Eels, 4 of them in that tackle. Only 12 players on the field. Garlick uses the blindside. Iro. Then Clark. Now away. Jorgensen. Jorgensen. He finishes it off. 20 points all. Kick to come from the sideline. And no Ivan Cleary.
Well, we saw one on Monday night. Finish all locked up. This pass had to be suspect from Tony Iro. Maybe a bit biased. Even that one, the last one from Peter Clark, a little bit of doubt on it. But Jorgensen, as the wingers have done so often for the Roosters, have got them out of some trouble. Much more coming in when he had to stay out.
Yeah, the bias came through there, Pete. That pass looked okay. And he's had a big last 10 minutes. Tony Iro, he's put Matt Singh through a couple of gaps. There's the airplane thing that Peter Jorgensen does, whatever it is, leaving on a jet plane.
Here he comes. Walker, he's missed it. 20 points all. Smith.
Oh, good tackle.
They're setting for it. One more. McKenzie. Lawler's calling for it. He's at the back in 5. Dimmick gets the shot, and it's gone wide.
That was the wrong play. Caught in the in-goal area. Chris Lawler was perfectly positioned. No pressure coming through. Jim Dimmick tried to come up with a miracle kick.
Well, Chris Lawler had been waiting for 3 tackles for this. And then, I don't know if it was greed or whatever from Jim Dimmick, but he saw the opportunity to put it over, and they've missed it.
Under 2 minutes. And I think if the Roosters can get in Parramatta's half, Walker's got to go for the long-range field goal. Good run from Madison.
1 minute and 40 on the clock. Lamb, they're right on the halfway line. They need at least another 10 metres. Iro, Singh, Walker.
Well, he can't kick one playing the football.
Fittler can.
Fittler's ready for it, but he can't get the shot in. Juni, Walker, a grubbing kick. Mabon brings it back. .60 seconds left. So it seems as though a draw will be the result. Much more taken high. Dean Pay. Half volley take by Dimmick. Campbell up the centre. Freeman. McKenzie. They're 50 metres out. 25 seconds on the clock. They set for it. Lawler takes the shot. It's high. It's long enough. And it's beaten, ruled no goal. Well, I don't know. The in-goal judge was looking at it. The referee had no hope.
I thought it went over myself. What a kick.
3 seconds. It's all over.
Back on the 20-metre line. And the 20 points all. But what a finish. Lawler took a shot from near enough to the halfway. Here it comes. I didn't give it a hope in the world of making it, and I don't think that it did. The in-goal judge, he stood there. The referee looked at him. He looked back at the referee, and then they said no goal.
Well, it was that. The kick was that good. It's worth a point.
20 points all. What a finish. Parramatta led by 8 points. And poor old Dean Play put himself in the sin bin. It was an unnecessary play. And the Roosters have got out of it with 1 point.